Hi guys, I am the CHALL, your dog's Rovers channel, and welcome to today's DRFC Daily Reports. On today's show, Madger Gomes is among the nominees for Player of the Month for September, and Darren Moore is nominated for Manager of the Month for September. And also we'll be discussing Moore's press conference reaction to the 2-0 defeat against Oldham Athletic in the EFL Trophy just last night. So if you haven't seen it already, you can go check out my match review. You could see how angry I was in that review. It was a pathetic performance, to be perfectly honest. Similar things to what we saw on Saturday, and the manager knows that from what we're going to hear in his press conference reaction. Before we get started, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And special congratulations to Charlie Seaman and his Maidstone United side. Of course, he's on loan to Maidstone for the rest of this season with the option to be recalled at any time into the new Rovers squad. And his team got the win against, I think they'll play Welling United yesterday. So massive well done to Charlie Seaman and the rest of Maidstone United for that victory down in the National League South. Let's get started straight away then. Let's talk about Darren Moore's press conference reaction. So you guys that are Rovers fans will know exactly what I'm going to say. It was a poor performance last night against Oldham in the 2-0 win for them, which means that, of course, it's all for us to play for. We have to get the win against the Wolves under-21 squad in November. I think it's around the 13th of November this one kicks off at the Keepmoat Stadium. We face Wolves then, and yeah, that's going to be the true, test for the club. And, this is definitely going to be an interesting clash. I think it's going to be a close one. I think obviously it's Cameron John's old side, so I'm sure he's going to get some game time. And, I think in that video, the review that I did last night, I did say, and to be fair, I said it to other fans as well, maybe, I may have mentioned this yesterday, I can't remember, but maybe we need a formation change. The 4-2-3-1 isn't working on the attack. So, especially without Reece James, and if Brad Halliday's showing some signs, but he needs that extra sort of push, maybe we go with a different formation, like a 4-3-3 or something. I don't know, but with Reece James injured, with Bursic on international, John Jules on international, and Danny Amos on international, it was so clear, especially with Lakila and Tulloch out and injured, it was so clear that we need to postpone that Shrewsbury match just for the greater good of Rovers, and we need to show some signs against Portsmouth next weekend. We've got a free weekend, which is, believe it or not, a first for Rovers this season, but yeah. Next weekend against Portsmouth, still in the international break, so the Premier League clubs are still taking a break, so all the information and all the sort of surroundings will be on us, next weekend against Portsmouth, around the rest of League 1 and 2 as well. So talking about Darren Moore's press reaction, he did put some comments towards the Free Press after the match, and yes, let's have a look at what Darren Moore officially said to the Free Press. So, looking at Darren Moore's comments to the Free Press after that 2-0 defeat to Oldham Athletic, he said this to the reporters. When I look back on Saturday's game, it was a very similar type of game. We played really well in the first half, really set about them, created some wonderful chances, but the final touch eluded us again. In the second half, Oldham grew into the game, got amongst us a bit more, and again, individual mistakes cost us the game in the end. It's one for us to look at. The two games over the last 4 or 5 days have been replicas in terms of how they have gone. It's looking at the dynamics of the game, the mental capacity of the team, when the games go like that, stay disciplined and stay with the way they are going. That's the big thing that I'm looking at with the mental capacity as it's gone on, both individually and collectively, and why it's dropped off in that manner. Sometimes you need those answers sooner because we've created enough to see the game out. We've not managed to do that. Just because you've not scored the goal, it doesn't mean you stop what you're doing. In both games, for whatever reason, we stopped what we were doing and almost allowed the opposition to grow into the game. It's baffling at the moment, but it's something I'll identify over these next 10 days and work hard to put it right. So that was the big story from Moore's press conference reaction. Mental capacity. Got to put it right. We can't stop what we're doing if we miss chances. And it's all about having the mental, physical, emotional strength to pull yourself together after missing chances and to make better of it. And I think that was, Moore said exactly what we were thinking of that game. First half, we were all about them. We were creating so many chances, but not putting them in. And in the second half, the opposition grew into the game. And again, like I said, It's individual mistakes that cost us the match. The first goal, Jones should have done a bit better with that free kick, but apart from that, he pulled up some excellent saves, and I think he's really pushing with Bursic now. If he can just get those little mistakes from set pieces out of his gameplay, we could have a keeper for the future from our academy on our hands. And if we keep growing him and keep progressing his development, he could be a serious contender. He could be a serious goalkeeper in the future. And the second goal, Madger Gomes losing the ball, Zach Durnley with a good shot outside the box, and not much the keeper could do about that one. But the defence should have been better, and Gomes shouldn't have given the ball away so cheaply in that goal. Individual mistakes, and we've got to cancel that out of our game, especially when we're coming up against the Portsmouth side that have rejuvenated their league form under Kenny Jackie with that 4-2 win over Burton Albion. They got the first goal of the season against Wigan Athletic in a 2-1 loss, and then they got the 4-2 win over Burton Albion. I mean, that was a big victory, and Marcus Harness is someone we're going to have to definitely watch out for on the break, and the defence got to really watch out for that guy. That'll be a time when we have Bursic back, we have John Jules back, we'll have Amos back on the bench, and some of the youth might not be there compared to the bench from last time. I think looking back on that reaction, I can do nothing but agree with Moore. And you know what the weird thing is? Someone actually put in the comments down below of one of my videos from yesterday. I don't think it was the review, but I think it was the big deadline day summary video I did. Go and check it out. It's nearly an hour and a half long, and I did like a full summary of all the ins and outs of deadline day. So check that one out. Someone said in the comments section of that one, we need to sack the manager, and I'm like, no. We're not going that far just yet. We don't need to sack the manager. It's not the manager. The players need to take responsibility for this. The manager was pushing them, pressing them, and the players need to take responsibility for that. And I'm sure the players do take responsibility for that. But I like how Darren Moore makes it a collective effort. If one fails, all of us fails. We have to all pick ourselves up, and it's about a group mentality and a team mentality and a mental strength. And I like that about Darren Moore. He's a collective manager. It's not highlighting this player, this player, this player. We all need to be better, and he's like including himself as well. So that shows real courage, and it shows a real togetherness to make us one group rather than individual targets of blame. And that's good about Darren Moore. I don't think, if he goes on a 15-game losing streak, yeah, maybe he does deserve the sack if he's not getting anything out of the squad we've got. But at the minute, it's just a couple of games in a row, and I was angry last night, don't get me wrong. But looking on the whole basis of it, if we bounce back against Portsmouth, we can get back to winning ways, because this was the EFL Trophy, and whether it was the EFL Trophy or the Champions League, I don't care. A loss is a loss, and if it's our fault that we caused the loss, I'll be angry about it. But I'm not going to go out and say Darren Moore out. No way am I going to say the manager needs to go. But if we go on a 10-15 game losing streak with the team we've got, if he's not going to get anything out of those players, I'm afraid in the modern world of football, the manager usually pays the price for massive losing streaks, and Darren Moore would probably go on a 10-15 game losing streak in all competitions. So it's going to be an interesting watch to see what we do over these next 10 days, and I hope this is the kick up the backside we need against Portsmouth in 10 days' time. So that is Darren Moore's press reaction. Now let's bring you to a very exciting story about Manager and Player of the Month for September nominees. And Madger Gomes and Darren Moore are in that list. So let's have a look again at the Free Press, as it's reported that Darren Moore has been nominated for League One Manager of the Month for September. And he's been joined by Madger Gomes, who's been nominated in the Player of the Month category for the League One. So, of course, the reasoning behind Moore's nomination reads, for a man who spent his playing career as a rugged central defender, Moore the manager enjoys placing emphasis on attacking flair. His Rovers team took him at his word, scoring 8 goals to pick up 7 points from a possible 9. Moore is up against former Rovers boss Grant McCann, along with Ipswich's Paul Lambert and Lincoln's Michael Appleton. Like Lambert and Appleton, Hull boss McCann guided his side to maximum points during September. Now, Gomes has scored in all 3 league matches as part of his excellent start to the campaign in scoring terms. His description for the award nominee wrote, "The elegant Spaniard strode through opposition defence, carrying the ball forward at will in September and scoring a goal in every game. His goals were easy on the eye too, a left foot curler, a long range effort and a stinging strike. Now, of course, he is up for the Player Award with Hull City's George Honeyman, Wimbledon's Joe Pigott, and Lincoln City goalkeeper Alex Palmer on loan from West Brom. Now, on Friday, that'll be the date when they announce the winners of both the Manager and Player Awards, and I will do a little reminder of who's won that on Friday's DRFC Daily Reports before we upload the match, or I'll do it, I'll do it before we preview the match. Well, there's no preview actually, so I just thought. So I will do a DRFC Daily Reports on Friday, and that will be included in the news reports. So there we go, just a little story just to end this particular DRFC Daily Reports. Not the longest episode in the world today, but just a congratulations for being nominated, Darren Moore. You do deserve the nomination because, in September we did pick up 7 points from 9, and we did pick up an amazing, an amazing record with scoring loads of goals in games. And Madger Gomes, to be fair, on the Wigan game and the Oldham game, he wasn't very good, but if you're basing it in September, he was probably one of our best players in September. So Madger Gomes, congratulations on being nominated for Player of the Month, and hopefully both of these guys win it, or at least one of these guys win the award. Tough competition though, because Hull City, Lincoln City, and Ipswich Town's managers, they've been on fire with 100% starts to the season in September. And the players that are in there with Madger Gomes, George Honeyman, Joe Pigott and Alex Palmer have all been on fire in their respective positions. So it's going to be tough competition for the awards. So any one of them could win it. So that's why it's so tough and so quite competitive with those awards this month. So there we go. So thank you very much, guys, for watching a small DRFC Daily Reports today. You can go back and watch my review of the Oldham match. You can also check out my transfer deadline day summary video. That's nearly an hour and a half long, so get your popcorn ready for that one. And see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the DRFC Daily Reports. I am the CHALL, your Doncaster Rovers channel. And for now, guys, have a nice day.